Guess who's back? Back again. The Geek's back. Tell a friend. Greeting, misfits and weirdos. Did you miss me? It's been a couple of weeks and I want to apologize for leaving you without your weekly dose of Eek. Unfortunately, earlier this month I had a bit of a family emergency the night before leaving for Midsummer Scream's Awaken the Spirits, which happened to also be the night I typically record new episodes. So normally I just record the next day, post a little later, but since I had to head out to the convention the next day, I didn't really have time to record. So then last week's a bit complicated, but that's neither here nor there. The good news is I'm back, and I've decided to give you a hearty helping of Eek this week. This week we're going to talk Food Network Halloween, a Buffy the Vampire Slayer sequel, tons of toy news, and some spooky chic new choices for sweater weather. This is This Week in Eek. Hi there, I'm Mike and I'm the Hallows Geek, and welcome to This Week in Eek, my weekly series where I recap the top stories in Halloween and horror news from the last week. Can you believe we're just 65 days away from Halloween? Which means television networks are starting to announce their seasonal offerings, and Food Network unveiled this month its new series, specials, and returning fan favorites for the 2021 Halloween season. This year's Halloween-themed programming lineup includes new seasons of Halloween Wars, with paranormal investigator and ghost adventure star Zach Baggins lending inspiration to this year's challenges. Also returning is Halloween Baking Championship and Outrageous Pumpkins with host actress Allison Hannigan. And this year's lineup will also include new specials Road to Halloween Wars, Kids Baking Championship, Oh My Gourd, where young bakers must face a creepy pumpkin patch and create 3D pumpkin patch piñata cakes for a chance at a baker's dream package of baking goods and equipment worth $10,000. And finally, Worst Cooks in America, Halloween Redemption 2. Viewers will also be able to look forward to Halloween-themed episodes of recurring series The Big Bake, Delicious Miss Brown, Guy's Ranch Kitchen, Girl Meets Farm, The Kitchen, The Pioneer Woman, and Trisha's Southern Kitchen. The Halloween fun kicks off on September 13th with the premiere of Halloween Baking Championship on Food Network and Discovery+. And Disney recently unveiled its Halloween programming plans for its cable and satellite networks. The Halloween fun kicks off with the remake of the Disney Channel original movie Under Wraps on October 1st. The modern take on the 1997 Halloween classic tells of a group of kids that accidentally awaken a mummy and have to return him to his resting place before midnight on Halloween or risk him turning to dust. But along the way, they have to escape a group of criminals intent on selling the mummy to the highest bidder. Under Wraps will be followed by the premiere of the new animated series The Ghost and Molly McGee, a buddy comedy that follows tween optimist Molly, voiced by Ashley Birch, who lives to make the world a better place, and grumpy ghost Scratch, voiced by Dana Snyder, whose job is to spread misery. But when one of Scratch's curses backfires, he finds himself forever bound to Molly. And for the younger viewers, Disney has also announced Mickey's Tale of Two Witches. The Halloween special will premiere on Disney Junior on October 7th and tells the story of two witches in training, Minnie the Wonderful and Daisy Doozy, who must pass 4 tests to graduate from the Witch Academy in Happy Haunt Hills. While Daisy isn't confident about passing, she and Minnie join forces along with Count Micula and the gang to defeat a mischievous ghost. And while we're talking Disney, some unexpected news dropped earlier this month from the House of Mouse when it was announced that Disney Hyperion is returning to the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer timeline with an all-new sequel trilogy of books. Set to debut in 2022 with the release of In Every Generation, the new series will be written by 3 Dark Crowns series writer Kendar Blake and will center around a new Slayer, Frankie, who also happens to be Willow Rosenberg's daughter and a witch. What's not clear about the new series, though, is if it'll take into account the events from Dark Horse's Buffy the Vampire Slayer comic book series, which was developed in partnership with Joss Whedon after the television show's conclusion. The series has long been considered canon and continued the story of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer television series through season 12. In Every Generation goes on sale on January 4th. And while we're on the theme of Sarah Michelle Gellar, now might be a good time to talk a bit about Amazon's new I Know What You Did Last Summer series. Earlier this month, we learned that the modern take on the 1997 horror film will debut on Prime Video beginning on October 15th. The first 4 episodes of the 8-episode series will be available on day 1, with new episodes being made available each subsequent Friday, leading up to a suspenseful, can't-miss season finale on November 12th. The Amazon original series is based on Lois Duncan's 1973 novel, which was also the basis of the iconic 1997 film. And while we're on the subject of horror films, Shudder announced last week a new original docu-series called Behind the Monsters, which takes a deep dive on cinematic horror icons. Each of the series' 6 episodes will focus on a single horror character, including Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Candyman, Chucky, and Pinhead, and feature interviews with horror experts and the writers, directors, and actors from the original films that made each character the stuff of genre legends. The series will debut on Shudder on Tuesday, October 26th, with new episodes premiering weekly. And if you love movie monsters, you're going to love some of the updates that have come out of NECA in recent weeks. First, the collectible toy maker has unveiled new images in a release window for its Ultimate Michael Myers and Dr. Loomis 2-pack that was announced in July during its Comic-Con panel. The new 7-inch scale figures are set to be released in December, and each features digital facial printing for extra accuracy and a slew of accessories, which you can see here. And doubling down on its Halloween news, NECA also unveiled its new Ultimate Michael Myers figure inspired by the upcoming Halloween sequel, Halloween Kills. The new figure gives us a glimpse at the battle-damaged Myers, who we learned from the film's trailer survives the hell the Strode women put him through in 2018's Halloween, and sets out to wreak havoc on the residents of Haddonfield. The screen-accurate figure stands in 7-inch scale and includes knives, a bat, a broken light bulb, skull mask, Halligan bar, and interchangeable head and hands. The new Ultimate Michael Myers figure comes in a collector-friendly window box packaging and will be released this fall. And switching gears from Michaels to mummies, NECA also unveiled release details around its Universal Monsters Ultimate Mummy figure. Announced earlier this year, the latest figure in NECA's Ultimate Universal Monsters line will be released in December. Like the Wolfman, this release will be in color, but fret not, horror purists. While researching my feature on the new figure, I reached out to NECA to find out if the mummy would be made available in black and white. And previously, with the release of the Wolfman, they had said there were no immediate plans to release any of the other figures in black and white. But this time, they responded and let me know not only will the mummy eventually be released in black and white, but all of the Universal Monsters figures will get the black and white treatment the way that Frankenstein did with his initial release. And last but not least in the NECA news, the Gremlins 2 figures teased during NECA's Comic-Con panel also had release windows announced. The Demolition Gremlin 2-pack, featuring 2 7-inch scale fully articulated gremlins and an arsenal of explosives, will be released in March 2022. March 2022 will also be when Gremlins fans will be able to get their hands on the Ultimate Brain Gremlin. Only teased during Comic-Con, we've learned since that the fully articulated figure will come in a tailored fabric suit and include pipe, syringe, brain serum, and interchangeable hands. And in other toy news, Funko has unveiled a new Books A Million exclusive pop figure inspired by everyone's favorite modern-day witch board, Ouija. Conjuring nothing but cuteness, this new pop vinyl features an anthropomorphic planchette holding a tiny, detail-perfect Ouija board. The new figure is available for pre-order now at booksamillion.com. And shifting from cute to cozy, sweater weather for anyone other than us here in California is right around the corner. And while the ugly Christmas sweater trend has been going strong for several years now, HalloweenCostumes.com has been at the forefront of another seasonal sweater trend, the Halloween sweater. This year, Halloween Costumes is adding 12 new designs to its growing Halloween sweater lineup, including licensed sweaters featuring characters like Pennywise from 2017's It, Annabelle from the Conjuring universe, and Scooby-Doo, as well as original designs featuring more traditional Halloween fare. As with previous designs, each sweater is knit from a cotton blend, with the exception being the Scooby-Doo design, which is made to look like a sweater, but it's actually just a printed-on sweatshirt. The new sweaters are available for pre-order now in unisex adult sizes up to 3X. And finally, to wrap up this week's episode, I wanted to talk a bit about the SoCal Haunt season for 2021. In recent weeks, a number of events have been announced, including the return of LA Haunted Hayride, Hauntoween, Freeform's Halloween Road, and Haunt of Halloween. Los Angeles Haunted Hayride returns to Griffith Park this Halloween season, and while pre-sale sign-up concluded on Wednesday, if you did sign up for pre-sale tickets, you'll have until September 8th at noon when the general sale begins to buy tickets. And this year's event features the return of the Midnight Falls Scare Zone, an almost fully revamped hayride, and returning mazes Trick or Treat and Midnight Mortuary, alongside an all-new maze, Dead End Diner. A maze that 13th Floor Entertainment Group's John Cook shared during Midsummer Scream's Awaken the Spirits would feature actual dead ends, meaning you're going to want to choose your path wisely if you go through this maze. And drive-through Halloween experience Hauntoween, which made its debut last year in Woodland Hills, is back for 2021, but this time as a car-free experience. Hauntoween LA returns this October for 31 days of kid-friendly, non-scary Halloween fun, featuring 6 massive interactive environments that include areas like the Funny Bones Graveyard and Forgotten Carnival, and of course, plenty of Halloween candy and trick-or-treating to be had. Hauntoween LA will open nightly from 5 to 11 p.m., so for more information or tickets, be sure to visit SoCalHauntoween.com. And this week, Freeform announced the return of its Halloween Road experience, which will help to kick off its 31 Nights of Halloween programming event. The outdoor immersive event returns to Los Angeles and will feature the world of Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, Hocus Pocus, The Addams Family, and plenty of spooky fun including games, photo ops, live entertainment, and more. And this limited event will take place at the Heritage Square Museum from Friday, October 1st through Tuesday, October 5th, with tickets going on sale next week, Wednesday, September 1st at 10 a.m. local time. For more information or to purchase tickets, visit 31nightsofhalloween.com. And finally, for folks in the Orange County area, Haunt of Halloween is set to conjure up some Halloween fun for kids and adults alike this Halloween season. Taking place on select nights starting September 30th through Halloween, this unique Halloween experience at the Kaleidoscope Mall in Mission Viejo features a haunted maze, attractions, live entertainment, a pumpkin patch, and a lot more. So Thursday through Sunday, the nighttime fun is intended really for guests 13 and up, and it's built around Outpost 13, which is a 5,000 plus square foot haunted maze that's psychologically designed to shock your senses, test your limits, and bring out your deepest fears. But on the weekends from 2 to 5, the lights come up to let kids 12 and under and their families experience a not so scary haunted maze with trick-or-treating and lots more family fun. For more information, live entertainment schedule, or to purchase tickets, visit hauntofhalloween.com. That's it for this week. As always, if you've enjoyed this week's video, give it a like, leave me a comment, or better yet, subscribe to make sure you always get your weekly dose of Geek. For more information on any of this week's top stories, you'll find links to the full coverage over on allhallowsgeek.com down in the description below. Until next time, keep it creepy.